Hello and welcome to this video tutorial where we're going to connect Rehab Guru to Cliniko. We'll also go through some recommended workflows that will speed up your exercise prescription and keep your treatment notes in sync. So firstly, on the Rehab Guru page, I'm going to head on to the account page and then click on integration. Then I'll click on connect on the Cliniko section. Here we're being asked for the API key and the Cliniko subdomain. We will also go through later in this video demo when we will need to use the Cliniko template ID. So let's go and get our Cliniko API key. To do this, open up Cliniko in another tab, click on My Info in the bottom left, scroll down on this page to Manage API Keys. Click on Add API Key. We will call this API key Rehab Guru and then click on Create API Key. I'm going to copy this and click Done. Now I come back to Rehab Guru and paste that API key in the API key box. The next thing is the Cliniko subdomain. So to find this, you go up to your Cliniko tab and look at the address bar up in the top of your web browser. Here we are after everything after the 2 forward slashes, but before cliniko.com. So for the Rehab Guru test account, that is rehab-guru.au1. If you're based in the UK, then you may have .uk1 and so on. I'm going to copy that section and paste that into the subdomain box so that it now reads https://rehab-guru.au1.cliniko.com, which is the same as it reads up in the address bar when I'm logged into my Cliniko account. And now I will click Connect. That has now connected Rehab Guru to Cliniko. You'll see that there is a sync button here. This sync button is not required for day-to-day usage. This is if you are migrating your data from Cliniko across to Rehab Guru, if you are planning on using the Rehab Guru treatment notes system and closing your Cliniko account. So we can ignore that for now. The next step that we're going to do is connect Cliniko and Rehab Guru as a connected client app. To do this, click back on your Cliniko tab and then click on Settings. Next, click on Integrations and scroll down to the Connected Patient App section. In the app name, type Rehab Guru, and in the app URL, we are typing https://app.rehabguru.com/patient-cliniko. Click on Save Connected Patient Apps. And what this does is it will show on your patient details page the option to open in Rehab Guru. So a very easy way to streamline your workflow from Cliniko to then click on Open in, click on Rehab Guru. If this patient doesn't already exist in the Rehab Guru database, then it will ask you to import them. And now I can click on Save. That will import the patient, connect them to Cliniko. So now from Rehab Guru, I can just click on Cliniko and it will go straight to the patient details page. So these two things work very similarly on Rehab Guru as they do on Cliniko. It will just go straight to the patient details page on each system. Next, we're going to go through the assignment of an exercise program to this patient. So I click on Creator. I will just add 2 exercises to my program so that I've got something to assign. And you'll see that there is now a Search Cliniko box on my Publish page. Here I can search for one of my patients, and this is done by surname. So what we will do is we will look for one of our patients, and then we will import them. Here, I'll click on Import, click on Save. That will import the patient, connect them to Cliniko, and also add them to our selected clients list. When I toggle the Write to Notes switch down at the bottom, this will assign the program to this patient as well as sending their notes across to Cliniko. So I'll click on Assign Program. That has been sent. And then I will browse this patient. And we can see here we have our assigned exercise program, including the exercise list. I can copy and paste this link and view the program in its full glory, or I can just use the reference to the prescription ID if I needed to use that in the Rehab Guru system. What I can also do within Rehab Guru is to view my Cliniko treatment notes. So here in the treatment notes section, it has synchronized the notes from Cliniko. So we are viewing a mirror image of the treatment notes from here. However, that is within the Rehab Guru interface. So this becomes very helpful when you're working within Rehab Guru, but you want to have a quick reference to the treatment notes which are saved on Cliniko. So these aren't being saved in the Rehab Guru platform. It's just when you view this page, we are pulling those notes in at the point of the page loading so that you can use them for quick reference. So the recommended workflow is to pull in your patients at the point of prescribing. So let's head on over to the publish page. The recommended workflow here would be to select or search for the patient within Cliniko, import them if they don't already exist, and then write their treatment notes. Now, you could forget to toggle this Write to Treatment Notes section. So we have a setting to make sure that that is set by default. Click on Preferences, and we want the Write Prescription to Connected Integration to be set to On, and I also want to set the prescription entry to Final. This will save them as drafts if this is not checked. Click on Update My Preferences. And now when I view the publish page, the Write to Notes section is toggled to be on by default. Now, one thing to be aware of if you are not the Cliniko account owner is that you may not have permission to create a template on the Cliniko account when you assign a Rehab Guru program. So if you are a practitioner, that means that you have been assigned the practitioner role within your Cliniko settings. Then what you must do is add the treatment note template to the integration settings when you are connecting Cliniko. To get this, you must ask your Cliniko account owner for the ID of the exercise prescription template from their notes section. The template ID is available up in the top of the address bar, and when you connect Cliniko, you will input that into this Cliniko template ID section. That will allow you to assign treatment notes to the account which you are a practitioner on, rather than being the account owner.